Hello there, and welcome to this exciting new video where we're gonna hunt some rare and out-of-print Gunpla brought to you by JPfans. JPfans has been gracious enough to give me an affiliate link. If you follow this affiliate link and register, you can get up to 8 coupons worth $86 in value added to your account on JPfans. So make sure you check out that link either in the bio of my YouTube channel or in the description below and sign up for JPfans. JPfans is a great proxy service and a good resource to have in your back pocket, especially if you're looking for some of those more rare and out-of-print Gunpla. And you'll see examples of that in the video you're about to watch. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello my friends, and welcome back to the garage. I thought we'd do something a little different today and try to hunt down some rare Gunpla that I still need for my collection. For those of you new here or who may not know, my whole goal is to collect one of every single high grade that has been released in the mainline high grade line from 1999 until now. Currently we're at kit number 269 with the Goof Ignited. I do have a good majority of these kits, but there are a few out there that I still need to collect. There's about 30 out there that I need to find. So today, we're going to be hunting for these rare Gunpla that have not been printed for quite a while, and see if we can track down some of those heavy hitters. Now, our friends of the channel at JPfans have asked me to use their service. JPfans is a proxy service that helps customers like me in the United States get access to exclusive Japanese goods and items. At JPfans, you can access Mercari, Jitemsdirect, JP Items Auctions, JP Items Fleamarket, as well as Amazon, Mini, and Surugaya. So let's dive into this service and see if we can find those last remaining heavy hitters that I need to finish off my collection. I'm on the hunt for some rare Gunpla. So here we are at the JPfans home screen, and we can see this sliding bar in front of us showing us different advertisements and deals that are available on the website. So right here we get the shipping discount 15% off. You can select Get Now. And as you can see here, there's a couple different coupons, like the 15% shipping coupon. We also have this 50% coupon for Mercari. So we're gonna redeem both coupons. That way we get a nice deal on this order. So we're gonna head back home. Now I am navigating this website on my iPad. It should be the same whether you're on an iPad or on your desktop. But what you're gonna wanna do is make sure it's in your language. Sometimes when you open the page, it will natively be in Japanese. On the iPad, you just select this. We can see it's in English, and we can see that we can change the currencies as well. So if, let's say you're in Germany, you could change it to Deutsch, and then you could order it in German, right? So we took the Mercari coupon, so let's look for Gundam. Let's just do a simple search for Gundam and see what shows up on Mercari. And as you can see, we have the RX-78-2 Revive High Grade, we got the Gundam Geminas, and we also have the Z Gundam. We also see the Master Grade 1 Year War RX-78-2, that's pretty cool. So that's what's on Mercari. Let's check the Direct Items Auction and just see what shows up. So once again, just a general search for Gundam. We're just gonna generally search and see what's there before we get into the rare stuff. So here on Direct Items Auction, we can see that there are a couple custom painted builds here, like we have this Gundam Artifact painted Sazabi here, and then this custom painted Gustav Karl here. So I wanted to take a look at this Gustav Karl and see what it's like, and it's a fully custom painted build. It's selling for about $261, and it's obviously got to be the high grade because there's no Gustav Karl in 1/100. And we can go through the photos here, and it's just kind of like eBay, but like Japanese eBay, if you will. So we can see the model kit that we're buying, and it's a very, very well-built Gunpla. This looks fantastic. Love the color scheme on this. And if we scroll down, we can see all the information on it, like this Gustav Karl in particular has 21 bids on it already, and it ships within 1 to 2 days of purchase. We can also see the prefecture that it is shipping from. So the Direct Items Auction would be really cool if you're trying to find a custom already built Gunpla that's out there. And that's also where you may be able to pick up some nice deals, like we have this Real Grade 2.0 with the expanded weapon set for about $30. And there's only 1 day left on the auction, but that's if you want to play with auctions. Taking a look at this combined set of the Real Grade 2.0 with the weapon set, It doesn't appear that there's a buy it now option. It looks like it's just a place bid option. So I'm not sure if that's like this with every single one, but this would be a good resource if you're trying to find something obscure or see if you can get a good deal. Now we're on Jitemsdirect Shopping. Once again, we're just going to type in Gundam and see what shows up. And we get all sorts of different materials and swag here, like we got some t-shirts, we have some of the little Gashapon figures, we see model kits, of course, posters, all sorts of good stuff here. So this would be like if you're just looking for general Gundam merchandise or Gundam adjacent type things. And it doesn't have to just be Gundam related. Like if we go up here, let's see what shows up if we type in Berserk. And here we can get our own cursed Behelt, so, we can sacrifice our friends to some demons if we really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend that, but you could go ahead and do that. So it's not just Gundam, but because of my channel, we're going to stick to Gundam. But you could get some Berserk stuff here too if you wanted to. Now let's check the flea market. Once again, going ahead and searching Gundam, and we can see that we have all sorts of different options here. Like, we have the Gundam playing card for the Destiny Heine custom colors for the high grade, as well as a couple other things. We got the high grade Moon Gundam for $26. We got the Eliasus here for $78. So I selected the Eliasus because over here in the States it's like $145 on average. But here it is, $78, right? If we go down here, it's a plastic model kit, Eliasus, appearing in Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway Flash. It will be new and unopened. So this could be a way to somewhat save money on some of these bigger kits because the yen is a little bit cheaper than the dollar right now, right? So the dollar's worth a bit more, so kind of, you might even be able to get this a little cheaper buying it this way and shipping it versus buying it stateside, right? Especially if you couple this with other kits as well. So that's something to think about. So that does it for the Jitemsdirect Fleamarket. Let's check Amazon next. So now we're here on Amazon, and let's just see what they have for Gundam. Now on page 1, we can see that we can get the high-grade Goof Ignited for $25 US, or 3,920 yen. So this would be a good resource if there's a kit that came out and you don't want to wait the month and a half to 2 months it takes for it to come stateside. If you really have that big of a yearning to get that kit as early as possible, this could be a good resource to get something brand new. And even down here we have the Bandai Spirits PGU New Gundam for $332. Now I don't want to know what shipping is going to be like on this thing, but if you couple this with some other items, it might even out. It might make the PGU New substantially cheaper to purchase it this way versus buying stateside, although I see those things going for sale all the time, so it's clear that nobody's buying the PGU New for the $700 that it's listed for. Now, I've already done a cursory look. I didn't see anything for Gundam on Mini, so let's go to Surugaya. Surugaya is a fan favorite. That's what I used for many years to try and find some rare Gunpla. So let's just type in Gundam here and see what shows up. And right off the bat, we got the Hammurabi from GQuex, and we got the Gelgoog from GQuex in the typical type of green color. And there's all sorts of other goodies here, but some of the newer releases are going to show up first. So, because we have the coupon for Mercari, let's go back to Mercari and see if we can track down some of that rare Gunpla that I'm hunting for. Now, we're not just going to use a general term, right? So, we're going to try and look for the Hyaku Shiki, because I need the early Hyaku Shiki. I believe it's high grade Universal Century number 5. So let's see if we can track that down. Now, there's a couple different ways to search these things to try and make them show up. Now, we do have Hyaku Shikis here, and we do see the first high grade that I'm looking for, right here, unopened. And here we can see it, the MSN 0100 gold-plated Hyaku Shiki, and we can take a look at the product photos, and we can see that it's brand new, unopened in the box, with the manual new, unused, and dispatched in 2 to 3 days. So we're going to add this to cart, because I need it. I need this Hyaku Shiki. Successfully been added to cart. So let's go back to Mercari, see what else we can find. Now we're back on Mercari, and I do also need the Hyakushiki with the Hyper Bazooka launcher. So let's select this one. And here we can see it for $45, 45 US dollars. It's about 25 US dollars from a US retailer, so this is a little bit expensive. Let's see if we can find it a little cheaper. Let's see if we can find it with... Let's just do some price shopping and see what we can find. So it looks like $45 is going to be the going price of the Hyakushiki with the Mega Bazooka launcher. And we can see the product photos, what type of condition it's in, and we can see that it's got the runners sealed, brand new in box. That's what I like to see, so we're going to add that. Thankfully, it's free shipping to the warehouse, so we don't have to pay for shipping from Mercari to the warehouse and then to us. So let's type in Blue Destiny, because I need the original Blue Destiny releases. Now, I already have the revives, right? But this Blue Destiny Unit 2 right here for 20 bucks, we need that, so we're going to select it. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of product photos for this one, and it says long-term storage in the dark. So I'm guessing that this was just kind of stored in someone's backyard for some time here. But I'm not getting the warm fuzzies with this one, so we're going to go back to the search and see what other ones are out there for options. So we do need the original Unit 3, Blue Destiny Unit 3. And this one's got some nice product images here, where we can see that everything's brand new in box, in the bags. The runners look good, so we're going to add this one to the cart as well. So let's see if we can refine our search. Blue Destiny Unit 1. Let's see if we can track down Unit 1. And look, we found a Unit 2 here for $27. So we can see the photos here. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape. Everything's brand new. The runners are still in the bag. So we're going to add this one to the cart. Now we still need that Unit 1. So we did find a Blue Destiny Unit 1 with actually good product images showing that it is brand new. It's 47 bucks because it comes with the Revive Blue Destiny Unit 2 exam. But because I just want to strike this one off the list, we're just going to bite the bullet and we're just going to go ahead and do it. We're just going to add it to cart because it's fine. It's got free domestic shipping, which is always a plus. So we're just going to add it to cart and move on. Now let's see if we can find one of the really, really old high grades from the 1990s. So let's type in high grade 1990, not 1900, that didn't exist back then, and let's just type in Gundam and see what shows up. And there it is right there, 57 bucks, out of print kit of the old high grade Gundam. We can see it here for about 65 bucks. $56, so it's expensive, right? It's definitely substantially more expensive, but for an out-of-print kit that has a finite number that's remaining out there, it's not super overpriced, all things considered. Like, the Rosen-Zulu Episode 7 version was selling for $100 in 2022, and that's guaranteed to be reprinted again. So I'm actually kind of surprised that these aren't more expensive considering the fact that they're super outdated, right? And out of print, never to be printed again. So if you wanted to find one of these older high grades, like we reviewed the high grade 1990 a couple years ago, you could very well find it here on JPfans. And with that 50% Mercari coupon, this would be a great resource to try and find that kit. So next I want to see if we can find that 1/60 scale God Gundam. It's an older, I think it's called High Grade Extreme or HGX or something, but you can't type in like 1/60 because that will end in a 404. So we're just going to type in God Gundam and see what shows up. And right off the bat, we can see that we obviously have the God Gundam, but we also have a blast from the past here with the, I believe, 7.5-inch Mobile Suit in Action, larger God Gundam and Master Gundam figures. So let's hit those and just take a trip down memory lane. And that's really cool. I remember always wanting these, but never seeing them in store. I believe these are the larger ones. These should be the 7.5-inch figures. Yeah, they're the bigger high grades. Well, not high grade, but they're they're just the MSIA figure taken from about 4 inches to 7.5. That's cool though. That's really awesome. That's so cool. I remember always wanting the God Gundam MSIA when I was a kid, and I couldn't even find it in the smaller version, right? So wanting these bigger ones was an absolute pipe dream, but that's pretty cool that these are on there. Total blast from the past. I do miss that figure line. So let's see if HGX shows anything. And there it is. We found it. 75 bucks. The HGEX, the 1/60 scale God Gundam, and it's already built. That's a shame. That's a shame. I was ready to hit add to cart, which is why I'm glad that there's product images on here so that we could see that it was used and that it was built, and that it's not something I'm going to be purchasing, right? It's not what I want. I want a brand new one. But we know it's HGEX. And it's looking like we're probably going to strike out on this one. Yeah, looks like we're going to strike out. Let's try Surugaya. And it's not on Surugaya either, so maybe the auction. Let's try the JDirect Items Auction. And just see if it exists. See if it's even listed. Yep, 60 bucks. So we found one here on the Jitemsdirect. It's $60. There's 1 day left of the auction. It's brand new in box. Let's just place a bid. 65 bucks. Why not? So we placed a bid on that high-grade EX God Gundam, but I guess we'll have to wait and see in the unboxing video if we actually got it. So fingers crossed for me here at the Gunpla Garage that we get the 160 God Gundam from this video. That would be awesome. I would really, really hope to get that. So now we're back to Mercari. Let's see if we can find the F91 Madsen Custom. So we did find it using the Harris keyword rather than Madsen, but Harrison Marin. Let's add more keywords, see if they show up. No, I don't think it's Marin. I don't know. It's so obscure. It's such an obscure kit. Let's try Surugaya. Let's see if it shows up there. F91 Harrison will be our keyword, just to try and keep it simple. Harrison Madden, I think. I don't know. It's from... I don't fully know anything. I just know it got a mainline high-grade release. Although it probably should have been P-Ban, if you ask me. Because it's, like I said, it's obscure. It's here for 7 bucks. Ooh, and we do have a buyout one here for 20 bucks. So the buyout price is $22. It's brand new in box. We need it. We're gonna buy it out. We're just gonna buy it. So what happens next is that these items that I ordered will go to the JPfans warehouse, and then they will then be sent from the warehouse to me, which is why sometimes you can get the Japanese domestic shipping on some of these listings, and then some of them not so much. Although, you know, when you sell something used, you usually put free shipping because that's the easiest way to sell something. JPfans does have a nice tool here that can help you determine what your shipping is, because what's going to happen is all your items are going to reach their warehouse, and then they're going to weigh it and package it, and then you have to pay the shipping to go from JPfans to wherever you are in the world, whether that be the USA or somewhere out in Europe, Southeast Asia, and whatnot. Thankfully, JPfans here has an estimation calculator. So here's what the calculator looks like, and we can't use freedom units here because it's on the metric system like the rest of the world, because America has to be different and use their own thing. So forget what you are if you're an American, and you're going to have to convert things to the metric system. So the destination, we're going to select USA, and we're just going to use my recent import as an example, which was the high-grade Goof Ignited. and the weight of that was 640 grams. Now the category, we're going to scroll down and we're going to find toys and games. You don't want to select that because that selects everything. So just select general cargo because it's just a model kit, right? It's not a luxury brand. It's not none of these, right? So general cargo just seems to make the most sense to me. The length, I measured the box it came in. So this would be as if it was a single high grade that you were getting shipped to you, right? Because that's about the standard weight of a high grade, and they usually fit in a box slightly bigger than a high grade box, which would be 31.75 centimeters with a 2286 centimeter, and it's 15.24 centimeters tall, and we're going to calculate it. And then down here, it's going to give us our options. So 5 to 12 days for $30 is the cheapest price that we're going to pay. So let's say you wanted that Goof Ignited off Amazon for 25 bucks. You pay the $30, you get it here for $55, and you get it here about a month and a half before everyone else in the United States would get it. But really, that's only if you really, really want to get that kit here as quickly as possible. Let's say you have a little bit of FOMO. I'm not going to judge you if you have FOMO over a kit, or if the kit finally comes out and you've been waiting for it for forever. So that would be a good resource for that. So you can check out your shipping and see how much you're going to spend. Now, you'll have to try and Google some weights of some kits together, and then try and come up with your box size of what's going to fit all those kits in one box to get a really good estimation if you're ordering a bunch of kits all at once. And there's different resources for you out there that you can do that with other types of calculators and estimators, and then you can plug that in here and it'll give you a better idea of what you're going to get. But at least this isn't going to take 4 or 5 weeks. 5 to 12 days is a pretty decent amount of time for something to be shipped from Japan to where I am in the United States of America. The other nice thing about this is that JPfans has a lower service fee over its contemporaries, coming in at 250 Japanese yen, whereas others are a little bit more expensive to process and ship your items because, those workers have to get paid too, so that totally makes sense. So let's see if we can find one more last rare Gunpla that people have been looking for a while with just the regular Zaza. So we do have the P-band Zaza, and we have the green Zaza here for about $51. Not a lot of Zazas out there, and this hasn't been printed in a while, so that makes sense. Let's see if we can find the GP02 MLRS, because I need that one as well. Let's see if we can add the GP02 MLRS to our cart and check out with that. And we have it here for 30 bucks, brand new in box. So here we have it, $30, brand new in box, coming from Tokyo, and it's got free shipping. So let's just add it to cart, get it off our list. What's another one that I'm looking for? The original Gundam, the original RX-78-2. I think it's high grade number 25? See if that shows up. So we have it here as an Ecopla. I don't want the Ecopla. I want the original colors. Oh, wow. Yikes. $71? That's crazy. That's really expensive. Let's see if Surugaya comes in to save the day for this one. I've seen it on here before for like 30 bucks. We got the Tristan here for $46. Too bad it's on the reprint list for later this year. We got the clear color version of the RX-78-2, number 25. Let's just double check this, make sure it's coming in right. Because I see too many GPO2s here. Let's just try HGUC 25. See what shows up. And it did. Ooh. Imagine my surprise finding the original Rick Diaz here. So we have the original Rick Diaz here for $10. Let's just see if the original Rick Diaz shows up if we look up Rick Diaz. Although that has it spelled with a Z, so let's see what happens if we add a Z there and search that. Sometimes searching on these sites can be a little funky. That's why sometimes I'll use the high-grade Universal Century number, the model number, and for whatever reason, it's not showing back up. Interesting. Let's just type in Z Gundam, see what shows up. Because sometimes they'll say Z Gundam in the title, or Mobile Suit from Z Gundam. And we can see we got some classic kits down here at the bottom, with the original Jim 2 and the Gap Flea from the 80s. And we got some pretty decent figures here with the Gundam fixed figuration for the Psycho Gundam Mark II and original Psycho Gundam. So let's type in RMS099, because that's the Rick Diaz model number. Let's see if that shows up. There it is, $10. So see, sometimes you have to use the model number. So if at first you're looking for something and you don't see it, try searching a different way. So we do need the Char Aznable Custom. $61, we are not paying that for a cheap high grade. Man, $42. So we got the Rick Diaz here for $9.96 and $8.53. So I'm just going to we're just going to buy the $9 one, right? We're just going to add that to cart and see what happens. Unfortunately, we can't buy the Quattro Bagino one because it's just way too expensive, and I'm going to have to wait for a reprint on that one. Or I'm just going to have to overpay to complete the collection, which I'm not opposed to, because I'm at the point now where I kind of just want to be done collecting the high grades and just maintain and keep buying the newer kits, right? So let's check out this $9 version. Sold out. Then why is it listed? So the $9 version is sold out. We'll buy this $18 version. Let's see what that says. So this is $18 on Surugaya, and we'll just add it to cart. So I really want the Char Custom, so we're going to select the $61 version and see if there's any different products out there on the listing, like we just did with the blue one. So here we are, $61. It's available in 8 stores. Let's see the prices. And you know what? It's $42 on here. I know this is really like a $15 kit. I have no idea when or if this will ever be reprinted within my timeline, within my lifetime, right? So we'll just add it. We'll just add it. We'll just try and get this list done. So let's see if we can find Gundam High Grade Universal Century number 21. 25 is Stamen. It's GP03 Stamen. There we go. Okay. For a minute there, I was like, why is this $60? So right there, $26. Let's hit it. So $21. It's got a small domestic shipping fee. Kind of wish it would tell you the shipping fee here. If there was a domestic shipping fee on this screen, that would be nice. But let's check Mercari now that we know the actual HGUC number that it's supposed to be. HGUC number 21. $18. Perfect. Phenomenal. Without the box, we're not going to do that. So the $15 one right here doesn't have a box. The $18 one doesn't have any product photos and does have a domestic shipping fee. So we're going to check this $31 one completely unopened. And here we are, $31. It's still got the strap around it. I'm okay with that. Free domestic shipping. Adding it. We're just going to add it. So we're going to take a look at our cart. We can see the different store we purchased from. A lot of these are Mercari, obviously, because we got the coupon. Now, if there was ever something that you wanted to take off your list, you would just select delete, right? So if we come up here, we can quick select our products and see that down here we have $289 spent on these kits. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out, and then I will have a follow-up video where we unbox it, and hopefully there's a God Gundam in there somewhere. Hopefully there's a 1/60 scale God Gundam. So if you'd like to try out JPfans to track down some of those heavy-hitting rare Gunpla that you're looking for, make sure to check the link in my description below or linked on my YouTube profile and sign up that way. Using my referral link can get you up to $86 in coupons on JPfans. And don't forget to check out that 50% off Mercari for first-time purchasers that's on the home screen. So make sure you redeem your coupons. I'm going to check out these items, and when they come in, we'll do a second follow-up video where we unbox them and go over them on the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video of Hunting Rare Gunpla with Joe on JPfans, brought to you by JPfans. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned of new resources and ways to search for these rare and out-of-print Gunpla that you're looking for. I have to give a huge shout out to all my subscribers. Your likes, your comments, and subscriptions do so much to support me and the channel. Videos like this one would not be possible without all of your support, so thank you so much. You guys make the impossible possible. Until the next video, be sure to stay safe, have fun, and happy building.